Following the phenomenal success of Call of Duty 2, award-winning developer Treyarch is already hard at work bringing the highly anticipated sequel to next-gen consoles.
People are going to feel that this game is up and in their face like no other game before. They'll be closer to the action, it'll be more cinematic, it'll be more intense.
This game is going to really push the envelope of next-gen technology, and I think they're really going to see a more realistic experience, a more visceral experience.
Currently in development, Call of Duty 3 will bring to life the Normandy breakout campaign that pushed the Germans out of France through some of the most intense battles of World War II. From the perspective of 4 nations, Treyarch recreates the epic battles that resulted in the liberation of Paris on August 20th, 1944.
In Call of Duty 3, not only will you be playing as an American soldier and a British soldier, you're going to be playing as 2 new nations that you've never before seen in the Call of Duty franchise. The first being the Polish, the second being the Canadian mechanized armor. We've completely removed that loading screen, and now you get an in-game story cinematic, which ties all of the stories of the 4 nations together and also creates a seamless cinematic story experience never before played in the Call of Duty franchise.
Call of Duty's always been explosive and always been very big, but we wanted to shift on that and have these experiences where, yes, you still have the big open Call of Duty feel, but every so often, that battle is just brought right into your face.
When you come around the corner and an enemy knocks you to the ground and now you've got to fight for your life,
you can't get away from it. It's just, it's definitely just bringing it to the next level.
Destructible cover allows the player a whole new layer of interactivity that they've never experienced before in this type of game.
We've got excellent physics on these objects, and it's going to really bring you into this experience of blowing up this stuff, but it adds authenticity. It's going to be fun.
The Call of Duty franchise is made by teams who are all completely involved and somewhat like a family, because without a great team, no great game can ever be made.
From innovative gameplay to art direction, Treyarch is pushing the limits of technology in an effort to raise the bar on Call of Duty's legendary realism.
From a next-gen art standpoint, what we really did is try to add the grit and feel of World War II and harness the next-generation platforms. We're trying to add a level of realism that's not been seen in Call of Duty before. We turn to these shaders that we have, and these shaders bring a level of realism to these textures, a level of quality that may not have been possible in the past. Take, for instance, this particular texture. As you can see, it's a flat texture, but it adds depth in here using this virtual interior technology.
Historical accuracy is the hallmark of the Call of Duty franchise, and in everything from the sounds to the character uniforms, the team is taking painstaking effort to ensure World War II authenticity.
For the sound team, experiencing the weapons firsthand and really hearing them in action really helps us when we go back to design.
Call of Duty 3 is going to have quite a few unique weapons.
In order to create very realistic characters, we wanted to make sure that we not only were authentic, but that the realism was just through the roof. And we employed this laser scanning technology to capture every single fiber of detail in these characters. Every single face is realistic. Every single uniform has every stitch of detail in it.
It's allowed us to go out and get real World War II authentic uniforms and place them on the character models in the game. Everything from the details of the folds of the collar to the folds of the belt to the authentic World War II patches worn by the soldiers during that time being seen on those models.
This laser scanner gives us the resolution of microns, so when we bring it into the game, you're getting a realism that's beyond anything that even a human could have created.
The grass on the ground crumples when people walk through it. The trees move, the bushes move. Everywhere you look in the environment, the world will move around you. The sheer volume of things people are going to see on the screen with Call of Duty 3 is really just going to be absolutely astronomical.